everybody, this is DJ Ravenwolf coming at you with a little tip on how to make some extra money using eBay. The reason I'm telling you about this is because I've done it myself and it's working. So here's something easy for those of you who have some time on your hands. Maybe you're a single mom, or maybe you've got laid off, or maybe it's just your day off and you want to find something to make some extra money with. Well, this is pretty easy and it doesn't really require a whole lot except some vigilance on your part and some honesty as well. So here's what I'm going to show you. I've gone on eBay and I've noticed that there are a lot of companies selling multiple things over and over and over again. For instance, I've seen a company that sells wireless microphones, and they'll auction them off for a couple of days. The auction ends, and then they relist that same product. Now they relist them over and over and over and over again. This means they're either a vendor or a distributor, and they're using their inventory, or maybe they've got extra inventory that they're just auctioning off to make a few extra bucks. I've also noticed that there are some digital cameras and a lot of electronic stuff coming out of China. Okay, now here's something that's really cool. In China, which most of your electronics are made from anyways, are being sold on eBay for dirt cheap prices, like an HD digital camcorder that I personally have sold. I found it on a lister's site on eBay. Nice digital camcorder for $25, $30, $60, stuff like that. Okay, these same camcorders, when you go to Fry's Electronics or Best Buy or anything like that, they look like the little Sony Handycams, and they sell for about $200 to $300 a piece. Okay, so here's what you do, and I've done this. Let's say you find this digital camcorder and you find it on this site, a lister's site from China. They're selling this camcorder for $20. Just for an example, they're selling it for $20. And by the way, if you go on eBay and look, you'll probably find them for $20. What you want to do is, when you look at this product, look at the bottom of the picture and you'll see a little link that says sell this item yourself. So you can do this. It's a legitimate thing. You can resell that same item yourself. What I do is I copy the pictures that are on that seller's page, and then I recreate my own ad, my own listing on eBay with those pictures. And then what you do is you copy, like the header, for instance. If it's an HD camcorder, copy and paste it into your header. Then look at the description of the item on that seller's page, because he'll have, you know, if it's SD card memory, if it's a USB cord, I mean, whatever's on there, all the item specifics about that thing. And usually these cameras are brand new. They haven't been used yet. You're buying them straight from the seller. Okay? So you copy and paste all these things and put it on your listing, and it only takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes to do this, okay? And then you click sell. Now your listing is up. You've got a product that you are selling. Okay, now here's the deal. When you're auctioning off these things, you can offer a buy it now option, but I found it really cool when people like to bid on things. I don't know why, but they like to bid on stuff, and they know they're getting a good deal, because I've listed the camera. I went and bought the camera for $20. Well, I didn't buy anything yet. Let me back up. I find the camera on this guy's page for $20. I put it on my listing, my page, and I mark it up $80. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. You can do this. I then put the auction. I put it on auction for 3 days. Don't put your auction listings up for 7 days or 10 days or whatever. Put it up for just 3 days, because this creates a sense of urgency. If you don't get it within 3 days, you're out of the camera. And the reason that people are going to bid on this thing is because anybody in the United States that has ever had one of these cameras or seen them knows they go for $200 to $300. And so you've got 3 days to bid on a camera to get it for $80. That's a deal, okay? And they bid on it. So here's the deal. You got your listing all set up. and Joe Blow over here sees your listing. He waits. Now, a lot of people do this. They'll wait to the very last minute. They'll watch this item for 3 days, and if there's no bids on it, they'll bid on it. Like if it's $79.95, they'll bid $79.96 or something retarded, okay? But they'll bid on this thing. So they win the auction, okay? They buy the camera for 80 bucks. The money goes into your PayPal account. And here's what you do. You go back to the original seller, which is the guy in China. You buy the camera with your 80 bucks. You buy the camera for $20, okay? Or 30 bucks or whatever the cheap price is. And then you change the shipping address. He's not shipping it to me. He's shipping it to my buyer over here. And you can do this. There's a little link that tells you change shipping address. So you change the shipping address. You basically pay for the camera with the money they gave you. You buy it for 20 bucks. You change the shipping address so they send it to this guy, and I keep the profit. 60 bucks lands in my PayPal account, and I've made 60 bucks. Without even touching anything. I don't have a camcorder. I don't have any of this stuff. Basically, you're the middle guy, okay? So you create the list. Find a company that's selling a lot of stuff. Let's say it's a vitamin, okay? Something like this, a vitamin. Maybe they're selling it for $10. You can take that same ad, copy the pictures, recreate the ad on your eBay page, and you can up the sale on this thing for $20, okay? Maybe you want to sell it for $25, whatever you want to do. Put that same product on your eBay page, put it on auction for just 3 days, and then watch it. Make sure you keep an eye on it, because people will buy it. When they realize how much of a deal they're getting on this thing, they're going to buy it. So here's the deal. They send you the 20 bucks, it goes into your PayPal account, and then you go back onto the original seller's page and you buy it off of them for 10 bucks or whatever the price was, and then you keep the profit. You make sure you change the shipping address to them, not to you. Don't send it to you. What the hell you want it for? You want the money. So you have them send the stuff to that guy, and you just keep the profit. That's it. So basically you just made, 80 bucks, maybe you made 10 bucks off of an item that you don't have in your possession. You're a middle guy, okay? And that's anybody in business understands. If it's Walmart, if it's Best Buy, if it's whoever, these guys are basically distributors. They go through a wholesale person, they buy the stuff dirt cheap, they mark it up and they put it on the shelves, and then they sell it to you. That's what you have just become. You become the distributor. You're the middle guy. You buy it wholesale off of some guy from China, off of eBay, and then you sell it to this guy over here at a markup price, and then you keep the profit. There's nothing illegal about this. It's perfectly okay to do this. People do this forever. It's how you make money. Okay, so for those of you who are looking for a really cool way to make a couple of extra bucks, this is a really safe way to do it. Now the key thing is you want to make sure you stay vigilant on these. If you put your auction up for 3 days, then you want to make sure you keep an eye on this thing for 3 days. If that money lands in your PayPal account and you forgot you had a listing on eBay, that person's going to be pissed off because they just paid you some money for a product that they're not getting. Okay? That's called stealing. Don't do that. What you want to do is stay vigilant. The minute they buy the product, go immediately to the original seller's page, buy the product for them, make sure they ship it to that guy so that everybody's happy, and that way your buyer will leave positive feedback on your eBay account. And that's the most important thing you could ever do, is make sure these guys leave positive feedback so that when you have other buyers come to your page and they look, believe me, people will check you out. They want to see positive feedback on there because that gives them the security knowing that they're buying from somebody who's not going to rip them off. Okay? Whether it's if the transaction's nice and fast, the shipping is nice and fast, everything goes nice and smooth, that's the kind of stuff you want on your you want them to leave on your eBay account. So make sure you do this stuff. This is an easy way to do this. You can spend all day. I've done this several times by selling laptop cooling fans, which, by the way, I bought one myself, and I'll show it to you right here. This is a simple laptop cooling fan. It sells, I found it on eBay for $5, okay? It's USB power. You plug it into your laptop. It's got 3 fans, as you can see. The little LED lights up so that you can see that it's working. And basically it cools off your laptop. Now, I saw it on eBay for $5. I've also found out that there are several companies on there selling these exact same cooling fans over and over and over again, which means they're either a distributor or they're a vendor. So I went and recreated an ad for laptop cooling fans on my eBay page, and I sold the thing, I marked them up $10, okay? So I sell the thing for $10 I've sold 2 of these. 2 people come, they buy it for $10. I go to the original seller and buy it off of them for $5, which is what they were selling it for anyways, and I keep $5 profit. They ship the stuff to them, and I'm happy, they're happy, everybody's happy. This is awesome. Easy way to make a few bucks if you don't have, you know, if you want to make a few, you can do this with anything, basically. I'm trying to find larger targets, like a lot more cameras, maybe even a TV. If you can find a TV that's being sold wholesale and it's not damaged, you want to make sure you find the new stuff. Don't get the stuff that's all broken and somebody's headache. You want to buy the good stuff. Get it from China, trust me. Get all this stuff and then just recreate the ad. Mark it up don't mark it up a whole bunch, because you want people to buy it. You want them to think that they're getting a deal. You don't want to mark it up to the point where they can't afford the thing. If you know a camera sells for $300 on in any store in the United States, and you find that same camera on eBay for $30, wouldn't you want to buy it? So you don't want to mark it up a whole lot. You want to keep it nice and cheap, so that these people say, oh God, they got a deal, and they'll buy it, I promise you. So this is DJ Ravenwolf giving you a little tip on how to make a few extra bucks using eBay. It's pretty simple to do. You buy it from them, recreate your ad, sell it to them, change the shipping address so it goes right straight to them, and you keep the profit. Piece of cake. We'll see you right here on The Best of Hair. Tune in 24 hours a day on the website, www.thebestofhairradio.com. You can listen to your favorite 80s rock music and metal 24 hours a day, all over the world, and on iTunes. Go to the iTunes browser, click on radio, and then click on the hard rock genre. The Best of Hair Radio is right there at the top. We'll see you guys all again right here on The Best of Hair.